Hey guys, another opportunity for everybody to get the chance to do some learning today. Today we're going to be talking about our fittings that we use and how exactly do we call them. So in other words, even though you may call it whatever you want, a who's he what's it PEX fitting, the truth is there's a specific name for these fittings, and we want to make sure you guys understand what they are, not only just so that way you can sound professional whenever you're calling them, but also so that when you do time materials, you can make sure that you actually have them called the correct name, so we're getting the right pricing. And so when you go to supply houses, we want to make sure that they actually give you the right fittings, because the last thing we want you to do is drive 30 minutes to get someplace to get fittings that aren't correct because you didn't know the right name for them. So let's start with the biggest fittings that we have, so our drainage fittings. So these are the branch fittings that we have. And so what I mean by branch fittings is we're going to have at least two pipes coming together with another. Okay, so here we've got the flow, and then we've got the branch coming in. So we've got the flow going directly through, and then the branch coming in on the side. So this is a Y. I think you guys all know that. But to make sure that we understand how to name it correctly, I want to walk you through the steps. So the steps for this is flow to branch. That's how we name them. So the flow to branch is set up like this. We're going to be calling this a 4 by 4 by 3 Y. So 4 inch by 4 inch by 3 inch based on the branch that we are working on. So that's what we name that. So the next fitting we're going to take a look at is going to be the 3 by 2 combination. So 3 by 3 by 2, and this is a combination, not a Y, because it's a combination Y and eighth bend to create the combination. All right, so 3 by 3 by 2, okay? 3 inch on the run, 2 inch on the branch. Now here with our sanitary tees where we get a little bit different. Something we don't normally see in these type of drainage fittings, we do see in these sanitary fittings. So we have a 2 inch by inch and a half by inch and a half sanitary tee. And believe it or not, this one, it's made by a company called Lesso, actually has it right there on it. It's 2 by inch and a half by inch and a half sanitary tee. Hopefully that came through to you guys and didn't blur up on you. But they actually have it written right on the side of this fitting. So 2 by inch and a half by inch and a half sanitary tee. Now we have the next one here. This one's one we use all the time. This is another sanitary tee. Flow and branch. So 2 by 2 by inch and a half. So a 2 by 2 by inch and a half sanitary tee. Again, the flow by the branch. That's how we name these. So that's our drainage fittings that we've been talking about. Now what about our pressure fittings? The same thing applies to those. It's always going to be about the flow and then the branch. So in this situation, much smaller here, right? This is a CPVC tee. And you can see we have a 3/4 half by half tee. So 3/4 inch on the flow, 1/2 inch on the flow, and then finishing up with 1/2 inch on the branch. So 3/4 half by half. All our copper fittings are the same way. And some of the PEX fittings are the same way until we get into those little bit different things we call manifolds. But let's talk about our normal fittings again. So this PEX tee, whether it was CPVC or whether it was copper, would still all be the same. We're looking at 3/4 by half by 3/4. So 3/4 half, 3/4 PEX tee. Then this is one of our tees we use the most of. This one, if you look at it, okay, I'll hold it up again the same way, is 3/4 flow by 1/2 inch branch. So 3/4, 3/4, half. That's a 3/4, 3/4, half PEX tee. Now, like I promised you guys, we're through with what I consider the easy stuff. Now we're getting to like the level 2. So level 2 really is where we start getting into some of these PEX fittings that are the manifolds. You know, what is the correct name for these? Well, the first thing I want to make sure you guys understand is the difference between these two type of fittings in the big sense. This is a flow-through manifold. Notice we have a port in and a port out, so water flows through this. This is a dead end. It kind of has that bullet look to the bottom of it, so water comes in and then it stops at the bullet. Now, these fittings, though, are the same in how we explain the outlets. So this is a 3/4 inch flow through with 3 1/2 inch outlets. This is a 3/4 inch dead end with three half-inch outlets. So 3/4 inch flow through, 3 half-inch outlets, 3/4 inch dead end with 3 half-inch outlets. Okay. Now the difference between this one and this one is only in adding the word offsetting here. So 3/4 inch flow through, 3 half-inch outlet offsetting, because as you can see, they offset from one side to the other. So here, all of them are on the same side. What we've done here is, to make it work better in the bathrooms, is we have 2 on one side and 1 on the other. So it's offsetting. 3/4 inch flow through, 3 outlet offsetting. You guys can see the difference between those. It's also much shorter, which does come in handy in a lot of situations. So that's going to take us through all of our branch fittings that we need to go over for today in this lesson. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. Hope you guys find this is something that you can apply pretty much to each and every day that you're going out there. So whether it be a sanitary fitting that you guys are working on, or whether it be a pressure fitting, these are the things that we need to make sure we understand so that we are coming across as professional as we need to be, because we have the most knowledge. Thank you guys.